Hey everyone, on this week's episode of Geek Talk, I'm doing my top 5 sci-fi action star male leads. This week, a couple weeks ago, I did my top 5 sci-fi female kind of action stars. But this week, we're going to do my male list. Again, this is my list. I'm sure that everyone else has their own list. So again, this is just my list that I have put together. So in no particular order, my top 5 male sci-fi action kind of genre, action stars. I'm going to start with Christopher Reeves, who played the original Superman, and arguably to this day, he's still the best. I know for me, he's my Superman, and he's probably still the Superman of many fans out there. So Christopher Reeves makes my top 5 list, just as his iconic portrayal of Clark Kent and Superman. So Christopher Reeves. Robert Downey Jr., one word, Iron Man. He basically kickstarted the entire MCU franchise with his portrayal of Tony Stark and Iron Man. So Robert Downey Jr. Is on my top 5 list. Another character or actor who makes my list as well is not for his acting, but for the movies he was in and the sheer popularity of those movies would be Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester's got Demolition Man, the Rocky Balboa movie franchise, Expendable franchise, Rambo. So he's done quite a bit of the action / kind of sci-fi genre as well too. So again, this list is not based on acting. It's based on what I think the best movies were. So Sylvester Stallone, I think, would be on probably a lot of people's list just for the type of movies he's been in and put together. So now my top 2 arguably could be swapped either way, but again, this is my list, so I'm gonna put them how I see fit. I think I'm gonna go with Keanu Reeves as my second male on my list. The Matrix movie franchise was probably one of his most popular franchises. That movie franchise really changed a lot of the way that cinematography is done in action and sci-fi movies. His the John Wick franchise has been just a juggernaut at the box office. So that as well has been just one of his more popular movie franchises. To date, you also have his Constantine film, which is still a huge success with fans. There's talk about a sequel possibly coming out or in the works, which would be fantastic. Devil's Advocate, which was, if you haven't seen The Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino, I highly recommend you watch that movie. Awesome, fantastic movie. He's got Bill and Ted's. That's where he got his big start. Bill and Ted's. Johnny Mnemonic was also a sleeper of his. And then it's really not action or sci-fi, but one of my favorite movies of all time was Keanu Reeves in The Replacement. So if you're a sports fan and you like comedy, you like Keanu Reeves, you're going to want to watch The Replacements. Now, my number 1, I think, probably would be on a lot of people's list. Again, not for acting, but for the scope of the films and how popular the films are, the box office numbers. I think would have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. With The Predator, Total Recall, he was also in the Expendables, the more recent ones. He's got Red Sonja, Conan, Terminator. My goodness, a massive franchise. And another movie that really fits in this kind of category as well too was Arnold's End of Days. If you haven't seen Arnold in End of Days, this is an older movie, but this is probably one of the movies where he actually really does actually shine for his acting chops. Not to ruin it, but basically he's a police officer trying to save the girl from the devil. So it's a really, really good movie, and I got to give him props for this one. He really, really pulls out some good acting chops for this movie. So that's my list. Again, very arguably, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have different people on their list. You know, you can put on Harrison Ford, you can put on Mark Hamill, you can put on William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, for their portrayals of, you know, Spock and Kirk and Han Solo, Indiana Jones, you know, all those guys, Luke Skywalker. So there's so many, we're privileged to have so many great actors and actresses portray these characters for us. So, but that's my list. Comment if you like. Obviously, it's always a point of discussion. But that's my list, so we'll see you next week. And remember that we are all true north, strong, and even. See you next week.